Back in the GM office because your boy just got hired to be the brand new GM of the Memphis Grizzlies, or should I say, the soon-to-be Vancouver Grizzlies. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first episodic rebuild I'm going to do for NBA 2K22 for my NBA here on Next Gen. We are relocating the Memphis Grizzlies back to where it all began, back to where it all started, back to Vancouver. And one of the main reasons why I decided to do the Grizzlies, or choose the Grizzlies I should say, as my team to rebuild is because, one, they never been to the NBA Finals. They only been to the Western Conference Finals, I think, like once against the San Antonio Spurs a few years ago. And they're one of those teams that just never won an NBA championship. And at this point, and this stage, or should I say at this stage of my career as one of the best GMs in the entire NBA, I want to take a team that never won a championship before and take them to the promised land. And also, the Grizzlies never got a fair shot in Vancouver, in my opinion. As a brand new expansion team, the NBA added the Vancouver Grizzlies and the Toronto Raptors to the league, and they sucked. Straight up, the Vancouver Grizzlies sucked. They were there for like 6 or 7 seasons, I believe. I don't remember the exact number, and they never had a winning season. Like, they were really a brand new team, and in my opinion, the NBA never gave them the chance to find their footing, never gave them a chance to find their ground and get those players to the expansion team. Because when you first create an expansion team, bro, like, you need to give people time. Like, they need to warm up to the city, warm up to the team, and I feel like they never got a fair shot. So that's exactly why I decided to do this rebuild. We are taking the Grizzlies back to where it all began. We are relocating them to Vancouver, bringing another NBA team to Canada. So now we got the Toronto Raptors, we got the Vancouver Grizz, and we about to be lit, bro. We really about to be lit. Y'all about to enjoy this one. And also on top of all that, we are going to be doing a team rebrand. So I found a bunch of logos online, and I literally just put them all together. In all honesty, like, I really just put a bunch of logos together and created my own custom team rebrand for this new team, and we about to be lit, bro. We about to be lit, but I'm doing enough talking. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Prince YouTube PS Compulsion signing in here, aka Prince Anthony. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I suggest you do, because we about to be lit. Before we get started with this My NBA series though, let me show you guys my setup options that I'm going to choose. So I got the simple and advanced settings. I always have that customized. We'll get to that a little bit later on. Budget and finances, I have all those things enabled. Price changes, user control budgets. Because I decided to have specific role-playing elements on this My NBA, I'm going to turn it into my GM basically. Got morale and chemistry on, skills, aka the skill tree, and conversations because I want to be able to interact with my players. The only thing I don't have on is tasks because it's the same task system, and scoring because that's dumb. I don't want that in the game. Y'all know I always have normalized play to simulation stats on, and also normalized play to simulation minutes on. But one thing I'm going to keep enabled is draft prospect storylines. So basically it allows random storylines with generated players from like the NBA draft or whatever. So the auto custom generated rookies, they're going to have that. And I'm going to be using custom draft class. I'm not going to be using like realistic ones. Progression rating is always at a 45. Regression is at a 55. And you guys know I'll be beasting out on Hall of Fame difficulty, bro. Let's get it. But every rebuild that I do, I say it every single time, I create my own custom GM since we're not allowed to add in our own custom face scans anymore. 2K, y'all need to add that back for my NBA. But anyway, since I can't add in my own custom face scan, I basically created like a, well, not created, but chose a pre-made head. And the name of the GM for the Memphis Grizzlies, soon to be Vancouver Grizzlies, is King Anthony. Look at that beard though, bro. If I ever get a beard like that, I'm gonna stop referring to myself as Prince and start calling myself a king. Now we could officially start this rebuild. So I simulated to the end of the season, and nobody ever wins an award on my team, like, at all. So we finished 10th place in the Western Conference with the current roster that we have. Simulating the play-in, of course, we get eliminated. I could simulate the rest of the postseason because we're not in it no more. Let's see who wins. And the Milwaukee Bucks repeat. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a 2-time NBA champ. Let's get it. I'm surprised the Portland Trailblazers made it to the postseason. Anyways, let me focus in. Let's see how our players did this season. So Ja Morant, right off the bat, we already know we are rebuilding this team around him and Jaren Jackson Jr. possibly. Ja Morant with 25 points per game, but the rest of the players did their thing for the most part. Ja Morant, 25 points per game. Jaren Jackson Jr., or should I say my son Triple J, 18 points per game. Dylan Brooks did his thing. Same thing for Kyle Anderson. So we have a nice little young core, in all honesty. Like, we have a nice little young team, but as you can see, with this team currently constructed, we're not even a playoff team. We can't even win a play-in game. Like, that's crazy to me. I feel like we should at least be in the postseason, but hey, we got a lot of work to do. Time to start the offseason. This is where the fun really begins in the rebuild. So starting off with player retirements, a lot of good NBA players actually like retired. Who would have expected Patty Mills to retire at 33 years old? But my son UD retired. Of course, I didn't expect Chris Paul. Did not expect Chris Paul to actually retire, but Chris Paul, Dwight Howard, both are going into the Hall of Fame. Both got their jerseys retired. Man, league meetings, I always reject like all of them. Now that we are here in the off season, it's time to officially do our relocation. So we are relocating the Memphis Grizzlies back home to Vancouver, where it all began. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said in the intro for this video, I created my own custom team rebrand using a bunch of logos that I found online, except for Vancouver on like the t-shirt, like not the t-shirt, but like the actual jersey. I created that part of the logo itself, but the logo, I just took two logos like online, like I just found two pictures online and put them together and created my own custom team design, my own custom arena. You're not going to find this arena anywhere on 2K because I'm the one that created it. I'm just not the one that created the actual logos and everything. So if you're watching this video, you made that Grizzly logo. Shouts out to you. You're the GOAT. And also available exclusively on the PlayStation 5 system. Search PS Compulsion and you could go ahead and download my custom team designs, bro. So let's take a look at what your boy PS Compulsion cooked up in the lab. It took me like 2 days to put together these designs, so hopefully you guys appreciate it. But first, starting off with the arena, I kept it simple. Basically, Rogers Place is an actual arena in Vancouver, Canada, so I basically just used that in terms of the arena. So the name of the arena, Rogers Arena. In terms of the design, created it myself, and in my opinion, it looks fire. You guys can't front. This looks pretty fire. Although it may look a little bit simple to you guys cannot tell me that this jersey is not fire. Our home uniform, pure fire, white and green, and then on the sides is basically like, I would call it bear scratches. I want to make it look like bear scratches. The Vancouver logo, I created that one myself actually, like the font and everything. That one is mine. And the Nike logos are actually there in white, but if you guys didn't notice, for NBA 2K22, all teams have like a weird kind of like white Nike logo. I guess it's because it's like the 75th anniversary or something like that with the NBA. Correct me if I'm wrong. As for our away uniform, kept it nice and simple. Simplicity is what really matters when it comes to creating these uniforms, in all honesty, because you can't just create like crazy designs every single time, or at least I can at least. But I kept it simple, just changed the uniform color to black. It's pretty much the same as the home uniform. In my opinion, simple is better. But the alt jersey though, I added a little twist to it. I wanted to add a little bit of the throwback to it. I wanted to have like a little bit of a throwback feel and like a modern feel to it. Tell me what you guys think about this. In my opinion, I feel like it's fire. I didn't go down the route of creating an actual green uniform. I just stuck with black, and in my opinion, I think this one is flames. Time for the NBA Draft Lottery. Let's see where the Vancouver Grizzlies is gonna finish. Right now, we're projected to have the 9th overall pick in this year's NBA Draft. Like I said, custom draft class. We're not rocking with any like pre-made draft class or whatever. Let me skip to the end of the lottery, and we have pick number 10, pick number 26 via the Los Angeles Lakers, and pick number 29 via the Utah Jazz. And you guys know how I feel about picks that's not top 5. I don't want it. In all honesty, I really don't want it, but I low-key want to draft at least like one created custom like auto-generated player just to see how good they might become. Low-key. Well, I guess this will do. So, ladies and gentlemen, our new head coach, is Dwayne Casey. I tried to bring back Lionel Hollins. They wouldn't have him. I tried to bring back Jenkins, but he ended up signing with a different team. I think it was the Houston Rockets. But anyways, in terms of the staff, I hired the best available for every single position. And I focused on people with high stats or a good amount of potential. That way they could grow with the team. I'm planning on keeping everybody because I feel like everybody's stats, in all honesty, is pretty good. Oh, head scout. Of course I had to get my son cool, but look at his potential, bro. It's 5 stars. Definitely had to do that. And let's see, team doctor. I was trying to fill out as much of my staff or the staff as possible, but we don't have a lot of money left in the budget. We're kind of broke, like low-key. We have space for 2 more players on our staff, or 2 more staff members, I should say, and yeah, we just can't afford them right now. But definitely I would want to add to the coaching staff and the sports medicine. Want to make sure we keep our players healthy. Want to make sure we keep developing our players, and we definitely just need a good coaching staff in general. Time for the NBA draft. I'm so upset that they didn't change the way the draft looks, like, in all honesty. I feel like they should change it back to how it was in NBA 2K15, with the commissioner actually shaking somebody, well, not shaking somebody's hand, but actually just coming out and, wait, what am I clicking? Okay, there we go. Coming out and just announcing who the next draft pick is. But anyways, in terms of this roster, look at how cool this rebrand came out, bro. That logo looks fire. The uniforms are fire. Tell me what you guys think about the rebrand in the comment section below. But in terms of trades during draft day, I'm thinking about trading Steven Adams because I did a couple of rebuilds and his like overall kind of goes down a lot. Like, he regresses really fast. So we have the 10th pick, the 26th pick, the 29th pick. We have a lot of, I feel like we have a couple trades we could make, maybe. Feel like the Celtics are crazy for even like offering me this deal. I mean, Steven Adams is on a 1-year deal. Maybe they just want like an expiring contract. And Robert Williams, Marcus Smart, both of them are relatively healthy, in all honesty. So I feel like I want to go ahead and make this deal, although their contracts are kind of long. To me, it doesn't necessarily matter because, let's be honest, who's really going to sign with the Vancouver Grizzlies? Like top tier free agents. I feel like this is a pretty good deal. I'm not using the 10th overall pick. Steven Adams is going to regress. So I'm going to go ahead and make this deal. Shouts out to the Celtics. And welcome to the team, Robert Williams and Marcus Smart. You guys know I love Robert Williams. That's my dude. Should have looked at the scouting report to see, like, who these players actually could turn into, or which player we should actually try to draft. But look at this BS. We have a trade to announce. Steven Adams, we just traded him to the Boston Celtics, and they are trading him in a top 3 protected pick for the 6th overall pick in this year's NBA draft, bro. And who are they choosing? Stephen Mayo, an auto-generated rookie, 7'1". It's pretty tall. I kind of just need players to fill the roster at this point, and they're not giving him no burn on the Clippers, and he's on a team contract. So, oh, and he's relatively healthy too. His body health is not like increased or anything. So I'll just trade these 2 first rounders that we have in this year's NBA draft to the Los Angeles Clippers for my guy Keon Johnson. Welcome to the squad, bro. Where is this dude? Okay. Oh, there he is. Santi. I wanted to trade him for the first round pick that the OKC have. OKC does not want to accept the deal. Do you want me to throw in like a 2nd rounder? This is a late 1st rounder. Like, we're still in the NBA draft. I just want to draft a custom player. There we go. So OKC agreed to my trade offer. We have the 20th overall pick in this year's NBA draft. And this dude's hair look crazy. Is that white? It looks like it's white. Anyways, it's time for us to choose someone here in the NBA draft. Who are we going to choose? I wanted to get myself a custom auto-generated rookie. Let's first look at how this draft is looking. A lot of the players are in the 70s in terms of overalls. Stephen Mayo, the dude that the Celtics got, 78 overall. That's kind of high. That's definitely kind of high. So I think the Celtics kind of got a steal. His stealing is James Edward. I don't know who that is. Flores Robin Lopez. I don't know who that is, but 78 overall for auto-generated player is kind of good. I think we're gonna go with Alexi Whitehead. He's an overseas player, and the thing about overseas players is that although we're not going to get him for this NBA season, next season when he signs with us, his overall should be a little bit higher. He's a 73 overall right now. Ceiling is Rex Chapman, all-star. So he has all-star potential. His floor is a bench player. I don't know who either of those players are, in all honesty. Sorry. You know, just let me know in the comment section below who they are. But anyways, no problems with like his medical history or anything like that. So I feel like this is a good pickup. I'm gonna go ahead and draft him. The Vancouver Grizzlies select Alexi Whitehead. Let's get it. And look at that logo. That logo is fire, bro. Can't nobody tell me otherwise. So yeah, this NBA draft was looking kind of good though, in all honesty. It doesn't look too bad. There's a lot of mid-tier players, but let's see how well they develop, in all honesty. And we are gonna go ahead and sign Alexi Whitehead, or at least like keep the cap until we're able to sign him next season. Picking up the team options on everybody's contract, of course, except for Jared Culver. So he's a 72 overall, and I know a lot of you guys might hate me for this, might not want me to do this, but in my opinion, $8 million for a 72 overall is not a good deal. I feel like maybe if I was to re-sign him, I could get him at like a cheaper deal maybe. But he hasn't done much this NBA season. He got a good amount of playing time towards the end of the season, which is pretty good. Last season, he averaged 2.5 points per game. I could do that in my sleep. Like, well, I can't even say that. It's the NBA we're talking about. But in general, yeah, I'm not bringing him back. $8 million is way too much, bro. So John Morant, Brandon Clark, Desmond Bane, I'm going to go ahead and bring those guys back. If you guys want me to bring back Jared Culver, just let me know. I'll do so during like free agency or something. And in terms of the qualifying offers, I'll offer it to everyone. Yeah, why not? I would love to get Jaren Jackson Jr. again on a 1-year, $6 million deal. That's going to save me a lot of money. Anyways, it's time for the free agency moratorium period, and I think I'm going to end the video here because I want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions in terms of what player I should target during free agency. Obviously, I want to bring back Jaren Jackson Jr. He's a restricted free agent. He has a few offers right now. That's not a good sign, but this free agency is going to be interesting. I feel like if we could bring back Jaren Jackson Jr., maybe get a good player like, I don't know, a Bradley Beal, I feel like maybe things might be looking up for this team next season. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. Vancouver Grizzlies rebuild. It's gonna be lit. There's a few issues with expansion teams right now in terms of glitches wise, so I'm gonna wait a little bit before I even think about doing an expansion team. But I really wanted to do this rebuild. Grizzlies never won an NBA championship, never made it to the NBA finals, taking it back to where it all began, giving Vancouver a chance to actually have a winning franchise. I feel like that will be lit. I had a few other teams that I really wanted to rebuild, but I'm gonna wait. Those are teams that won NBA championships, but you guys are going to enjoy this one, bro. I'm definitely eager to hear what you guys think in the comment section below. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and of course, make sure you check out some of my other content. I'm dropping quality My NBA content out here, bro. You guys already know that. But I see you guys in the next episode. Please leave your comments for me in the comment section below. It's the Prince of YouTube, signing out.